splashing all around your face. Never really knowing it was always mesh and lace. I'll stop the world and melt with you. You've seen the difference and it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melt with you. Dream of better lives, the kind which never hate. You should see why. Trapped in a state of imaginary grace. You should know better. I made a pilgrimage to save this human's race. You should see why. Never comprehending the race had long gone by. Let's stop the world. I'll stop the world and melt with you. Let's stop the world. You've seen the difference and it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. Let's stop the world. I'll stop the world and melt with you. Let's stop the world.
Good evening, everybody. Holy shit. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. Well, hopefully everybody's doing fucking outstanding. Glad to have everybody back. Happy New Year to everyone. In case I miss anybody. What do we got out there so far? Well, let's see. Go back to the top of the list here so I don't miss anybody. I see the meters out there. Mr. Capozzi. Oh, look at that. Lendo's in chat. Oh, he's in here too. What the fuck?
What? Who let that guy in here?
Ooh, the stalker. Yes, I am. Straight from Australia. Stand-ups out there. James Rivera's in the house. Vaping Bachelor. Who else is out there so far? Green Bay Vapor. What's happening? That white guy's out there. Who else we got? Raven Shadow Vapes is in the house. Import Man. V-Dog's out there. Train Sonic. Brizzle's out there. Kim Dixon's in the house. Swag is out there.
Hi, Swaggy Thane.
David Settles. What's happening?
Swaggy Shane.
Apparently, Swaggy doubts my ability to push a tune.
Yeah, it sounded really good on the stream.
Yeah, it did. Well, I mean, you can thank yourself for that, Adam.
Good Dick Mike's out there. Labworks is out there. What's happening, Paul?
Jig! What up, homie?
That's it. Everybody's popping in here. Look at that. Even Eric Sutherland's in the house. How y'all doing?
Was that?
Oh, man, I think Lumi's trapped in a glass box of emotion.
Somebody let her out. Ginter, your dick. Thanks for the dirty message, you prick. That's all right. He's just jealous.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. That's why I'm letting it slide.
I think Jig was showing off his Christmas haul on Instagram. He was showing off all of his fly new threads. So we can all, anybody needs fashion tips, you can go follow King Jig on Instagram. See what a styling mofo that dude is.
That's right. So what's everybody up to? How was everybody's New Year's Eve? Did anybody celebrate, or y'all stay in, sleep? I wanted to sleep, but I didn't have that option because the missus said we had to go somewhere.
I wound up watching my cousin's kid, so I mean that's a thing, but that's okay. I don't mind. He's a nice enough kid. I just don't like my cousin much.
Fair enough. I can understand that. Marzik, how was yours? I saw a couple of posts from your evening out. Looked like you had a good time.
Yeah, I was trying to stay away from my phone and enjoy the party, so that's why there wasn't too much Instagramming. But yeah, it was cool. I went to my bass player from the Disheartened's house, Jesse's house. He had like a little, I don't know, like 30 or 40 people over at his house for 420s and craft beers and acoustic times. So it was fun.
Nice. Well, sounds like a good time then.
I'm
Something
drinking
relaxed.
from an owl.
The owl is the beard of prey.
The beard of prey.
The beard of prey.
I was just watching the, I forget which season of Bosch it was, but they had a whole big thing about the owl on Bosch. It's like, oh, okay, that's what all that's about. But
So, I do have to address the elephant in the room. And I'm not talking because of size-wise, but we do have a special guest. Lando, welcome to the show, sir. Welcome. Glad to see you outside of just the chat there.
I'm excited to hear your debut. Hopefully you prepared, because I had to do my debut when I first came here.
We'll get there. We're not going to put him on the spot.
Oh, no, I understand. I'm just telling him to prepare mentally.
Getting him nervous about it up front.
I mean, everybody did that to me.
We will put him on the spot, just not yet.
he's got time to think. He's got time to think what he's going to say. To think and plan.
I'm waiting. He's just going to belt that shit out, and I'm going to catch everybody off guard. I just have that strange feeling.
Like he's just gonna start singing "I Melt with You."
Uh-oh.
I hung out with some friends online, but I did not partake in alcoholic beverages for New Year's.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yep.
Actually, you know what I did for the first time ever? I did not get drunk. I did have a couple of drinks. One of the people brought like fucking 15 bottles of tequila.
Oh.
And now it was not to do shots of. He was doing a tasting for everybody. So you're getting these little fucking what I like to call snooters.
Yep.
And I learned some shit about tequila I did not know. Like, there's actually a tequila I actually like because it doesn't taste like tequila.
Is it one that tastes like cucumbers?
No, it's
okay.
It was like fruity and floral, which was kind of strange. Threw me off a little bit.
Yeah, my buddy Rob used to be like super into those high-end tequilas. There's actually a place up in, I want to say it's called, I think it's in Auburn, Washington, called the Tequila Lab. And there's bottles in there that are multiple hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
And he would go in and he'd buy like $100 bottle of tequila, and he's like, all right, everyone can have one shot. We'd all have one shot of it, and it was like, fuck, dude, that was really good. Like, that didn't taste like tequila at all. That was spectacular. And that's how you can tell a really top-shelf tequila, because it doesn't actually taste like the tequila you associate with
Can't do that after
really
tasting.
bad times.
If it tastes like Jose, it's not tequila.
No, that's just Jose being Jose. Like, getting ready to ruin your fucking night.
Ugh. All I have to do is smell Jose nearby.
And you,
It's like, whoo, no. Those are the days gone past.
Yeah. Oh, I can smell it in margaritas. Like, people walk by, like, if I'm hanging out with someone, they walk by with a margarita, I'm like, oh, Jesus. And I look, and someone's going by with big old glass. I'm like, ugh.
That was good for when I was young as fuck and didn't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's about right.
Yeah, now I give a fuck. Like, I stopped drinking booze, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago now, I think, and just keep it beers and keep it light.
Yep, that's normally me. A couple of beers and I'm good.
I can't hang anymore. That's the truth. Like, it just
don't get me wrong. I'll sip a whiskey from time to time, and then the occasional crazy Saturday show where I decide to go hard in the paint. But I haven't done one of those in a while. So, and to be honest, I don't plan on doing one anytime soon. Sorry to bust everybody's bubble who was thinking that was a caveat to that.
See,
or a segue.
Brizzle's also mistaken. He's saying Patron is good. I'm like, dude, you haven't had $120 bottle of tequila. Like, Patron is still garbage compared to some of the shit that's out there.
Yeah, that's like the top shelf of the bottom shelf. Patron is.
Patron's definitely a step up over. Oh yeah. Over Jose, but it's totally wasted in margaritas. Like, margaritas, you should be drinking the cheap shit, just because, like, all you're doing is putting fruit juice over the top of it and blending it with ice. So.
Yeah. That's it.
I've been on a hiatus from alcohol, and really miss my ocean vodka. It's made from sugarcane. It is some delicious, just plain vodka.
With that, a couple more people I need to say hello to out there here before we get into the meat and potatoes of what's going to happen at the start of the show, even though we've kind of gotten a little off track here. But let's get back on track here, and we'll get back into the crazy shit in a minute. I see Lady Louisiana popped in here. Who else did I see that just popped in here? Haas is out there. Mr. Willoughby is out there. I think I saw somebody else. If I missed you, my apologies. This computer sucks. Hard to see.
See Lady Louisiana hanging out. Brizzle's hanging out. Compose. He wants to know who's eating the worm. And I'm pretty sure everybody on this panel is eating the worm at one point or another. This looks like a worm-eating panel.
That's it. Uh-oh. Yeah, do your thing, Adam. We'll be here. So just get this rolling the direction I wanted to go. Even though I was sick as fuck last week, I still had a good thing that I did want to do. We're going to start it this week. And we're going to do a little segment on advocacy every week to start the show off. And it'll be after whoever wants to do their 10-minute intro or 10-minute topic, whatever they want to talk about each week. But this week, we're going to roll it all into one because Fresh graciously decided he would give us the 10-minute topic on advocacy. But not just advocacy as a whole, but how to advocate.
True.
How to be good for the community and do the right things. Where to get yourself started if you don't know. I know a lot of you that watch probably already know a lot of this, but it still needs to be said so everybody does understand that.
You want me to go?
Yeah, Fresh, take it away, buddy.
Okay, so quick show of hands on this panel. Who has gotten one of those voters pamphlets in the mail, taken it, and either put it in the trash or recycling right away? Show of hands.
I've done it.
Show of hands. Everybody gets them. Everybody gets them. Everybody has. Your local governments have to send them out to you. The other thing that they have to do is they have to post things on the city website that are coming up as far as city ordinances go. Doesn't matter how big, how small anything, any city is. If there's a government, they have to do this. And so let's start this with let's start at the high end about what we can and can't do as far as advocacy goes. By high end, I mean federal government type stuff. The God's honest truth is you have very little chance of influencing policy on the federal level. You can contact your senators, let them know, hey, I am a one-issue voter, my issue is vaping. If you oppose vaping, I will not vote for you. That is one of the easiest ways to do it. Every state has their representatives listed on the web. You can go to CASA.org. You can search for your rep, and it will pull it right up for you. Let me go ahead and drop CASA.org out here because they are going to be one of your very best websites as far as things that are going on in your area. But the God's honest truth, everybody, is at a federal level. You know, even if 1,000 people call into this guy's office and tell him, hey, I'm a one-issue voter, all I care about is voting, he's going to stick the party line, whether it's vaping, not vaping, whether anything financial. Your state senators, 99.99% of the time, are going to stick the party line. It doesn't matter what it is. Occasionally, you get someone that goes off the rails, like Duncan Hunter, who does his own thing. And, you know, you have people that cross lines every day. But as far as vaping goes, vaping is not a big enough issue. Quite frankly, vaping is not a big enough issue to cross party lines. So if they're Republican, you've got a chance to get a Republican vote on board. If they're Democrat, most of the time they're going to oppose it. It's unfortunate that vaping has become a party issue like that, but that is the God's honest truth as far as federal level goes. So obviously, you know, if you see something come up federally, contact your representatives. if your representative is Republican, they're probably going to listen to you more. If they're Democrat, they're probably going to say thank you for the call, and that is all you're ever going to get out of them. You can email them; you'll probably get an automated response back. The games that they're playing at a federal level are on a scale that 1,000 people, 500,000 people, anything under 1 million people contacting are not going to be able to influence. Period. Without a whole shit ton of money. So, federal level, contact your representatives. If something is completely out there, like the FDA comes out and says we're banning all flavors tomorrow, contact your representatives. You're going to want to do that. Major issues. Something like raising the national smoking age, which they will never do because that's a state issue. But if it's something like that came up and they raised it from 18 to 21, you certainly have the option of contacting them. You're not going to influence their vote on something like that. Their minds are already made up. So, Debbie Downer, federal level, we don't have the money to impact it. Period. Places like Jewel, they certainly do. State level, state representatives, if 100 people in a state call somebody, they're bound to listen. Especially if they're coming out of one area, they're coming out of one city. You know, not everywhere is New York City, not everywhere is New York, not everywhere is Seattle, not everywhere is Houston that has, you know, I think that's the 4 biggest cities in the U.S. I just listed right there. Not everywhere has that size of a population to where 100 people doesn't mean something to a state representative. The majority of the time, your state representatives, if one person calls and you're able to get through and talk to them, they're going to sit and listen to what you have to say. Whether they agree with you or not, whether you influence their policy or not, is besides the point. They will probably sit and listen to you. They will at least read your message, because these are people that can pretty easily be voted out of office. So if you say I'm a single issue voter to a state representative and say this is the only thing I care about, they're probably going to listen to you. Once again, you can go to CASA.org. Link is still in the chat right now, everybody. And you can influence your state representatives. This is how to be a positive this is how to be positive. You're going to want to put your thoughts together before you start talking to them. You do not want to swear at state representatives. You don't want to swear at anybody in politics. The second you swear, the second you sound like you are uneducated on the issue that you are talking about, they will stop listening to you. So take the time, put your thoughts together. Write it out if you have to. Write it out 10 times if you have to. Edit it. I know when the comment periods were open, a good example is Gizzard Stew. Gizzard Stew wrote and rewrote his statement to the FDA for about a month and a half before he actually submitted it. And that's a good thing to do. But let's get back to those voters pamphlets that they send out. They have to list everything that's coming up. They have to list every ordinance that's coming up, every proposed change in law, every proposed change that's coming up locally for you. That's why those pamphlets, they usually hit your mail. I want to say it's quarterly. So everything that's coming up, unless something is an emergency ordinance, which vaping will never be. Vaping will never be a fucking emergency. They are going to publish something on it. And if you take a quick glance through the voters pamphlet and see if there's anything about tobacco, if you see something about tobacco, stop and read what it says. Because they're either going to try and raise taxes on you, they're going to try a flavor ban, they're going to do a lot of these things. And they have to mail these things to you. They have to, by law, inform you of things that are going to change, and this is how they do it. They send it to every address in their area that they're responsible for. They have to do this. So what you do is you stop and you read. If you disagree with something, this is when you can really get involved. You can show up at a city council meeting. City council meeting is open to the public. They will open things up to the public to have your say. They don't have a choice. This is how things go. They have to give you a chance to say your piece. Tobacco, if it's a large tobacco issue, people like Tobacco Free Kids, Tobacco Free Kids, they're really good at getting people to go to these meetings. Really, really good, because they sign up to every single blog that's about your kid. They sign up to all the nursery updates. They sign up to all these things, and they push these things out like they're the end of the world. So all you got to do is show up at your city council meeting and be a dissenting voice. Once again, you're going to want to have what you want to say written out, and be aware you probably only have a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes to say these things to these people before your turn is up. So make sure that you do this, everybody. You can also call your city representatives. Your city representatives are very easy to get a hold of. All you have to do is call them. You'll probably get a secretary. You can say, I would like to speak to my representative. If they can't talk to you right then, set up an appointment. They have to call you back. These are things by law these people have to do. They will call you back. When you get that call back, take the time and talk to them. Whether they agree, once again, whether they agree with you or not, you do any chance you get to actually have a conversation with a lawmaker, especially locally these days, because that's pretty much what's coming down, is local bans. You have a chance to change this person's policy. You have a chance to change this person's mind. I've seen it work. I've seen people in Washington, where I live, I've seen them completely flip 180 once someone actually got a chance to talk to them, or they sat down with they sat down with someone from like the VTA. They sat down with one of the local advocacy groups, and they were able to talk to him and be like, listen, this is small business. These businesses employ hundreds of people in your area. If you do this, if you do what you are proposing, you are putting these people out of work, or you are potentially putting these people out of work. You are creating people who are never going to vote for you again. City level politicians are always looking to move up. That's the secret of city politicians. They always want to move up to state senator. From state senator, they want to make a run at governor. From governor, they want to make a run at the Senate or the House of Representatives. And from there, it goes on and on and on. So getting in on the local level is the absolute best thing you can do. The next best thing you can do is join your local advocacy groups. Here in Washington, there's a group called the Pink Lung Brigade. They are fantastic. Nothing ever gets by the Pink Lung Brigade. They put out calls to action. People show up. Things get squashed. It's amazing. It's amazing. Washington, one of the most liberal states in the union, and there's very little vaping law that has gotten through. There are a few local city bans where they weren't able to stop it, but other than that, it's a pretty free range state as far as vaping goes. There's no big taxes. There's no big vaping bans. Nothing you wouldn't expect. Like public vaping bans in a liberal state. You kind of expect that. You're probably not supposed to be vaping where you're not supposed to be smoking, like public parks and things like that. But it's just an example of local advocacy. Even if you don't do anything else, give them $20 when you can. Give them $10 when you can. Give them $5 when you can. Most of them are set up for PayPal because they're all going to be nonprofits, so they're going to be able to take your money through PayPal. So just there's all sorts of little things you can do, everybody. All sorts of little things you can do. Biggest things you can do, show the fuck up, to quote Jen Berger Coleman. Show the fuck up. Get in contact with the people that know what's going on locally. If you see something come up locally and you haven't heard anything about it, let them know. Check those voters pamphlets when they come in before you throw them in the recycling or the trash. Just flip through them. It doesn't take long because you'll be like, okay, tobacco. Okay, this is a proposed tax on cigarettes and e-cigarettes and e-liquid. I need to get in touch because I don't want to spend any more money on the things that I like. And they shouldn't have a right to do this without my voice being heard. Throw it away. Make the call. That's all you have to do. So everybody, please show the fuck up locally. Talk to your people. Get to know what's going on in your area. They have to tell you what's going on. They have to. It is the law. That's all I got, TJ.
That's well said. You did make a very good point. Every city or municipality, they have their own website where they do put a lot of that information. The city where I live, they do have their own. In fact, just for example, I was reading last night on their website. This doesn't have to do with vaping, but it does have something to do with things for kids to do in the local area. They have a thing where we have a VFW park that's got a pool and a playground and shit in it, and they're talking about tearing it out and putting something completely different there. And that's on the docket, so it's something that people need to show up to. If you live in the area, you show up to those kind of things, say, hey, no, that's someplace for my kids to go play. They can go swimming at the local public pool, whatever. But even little minor things like that, it's stuff you can be aware of. I know a lot of people don't pay attention to that stuff, but in your own small local communities, especially if you live in a smaller town, those things you really should be paying attention to because they affect your daily life, not just the vaping aspect of it, but vaping will show up on there. And Fresh is right. It's going to show up under something along the lines of tobacco because they're just fucking grouping everything together.
Yes, Lumi.
So, while you're on the subject of that too, and if you are wanting to still stay involved with like the vaping community and stuff, I've learned new ways to watch videos of YouTubers that inform us of this. So every Wednesday there's going to be an advocacy segment on here now. I believe you said you want to start it off. Every Friday, Fresh 03 does a show with sometimes a guest, Addie Tooney, and others, and we talk about events that are going on locally to some people or just on in the world. And then Grim Green does the 510 report. Yep. I recently have been trying to figure out how to squeeze that into my schedule because I want to watch it. So I found when I'm doing dishes, I can put my phone right up on the coffee maker. It's right next to where I do my dishes, and I can play it while I'm doing my dishes. Today, I listened to the 510 report while I was taking a shower.
Excellent.
Squeeze it in where you can squeeze it in. You could stay part of the lovely YouTube community. Just squeeze it into little bits of your time. It'll keep you up to date on something, and you might even hear something that you might have not been expecting to look for. If, God forbid, you don't get the opportunity to keep track of the site to see what's going on in current events, you might hear it from one of the fellow YouTubers.
I'm going to grab a link for everybody, too. There's another channel that is firing off that you should be subscribed to.
Well, can I say something? It all starts really with, like, I think sometimes people hear advocacy stuff and they're like, oh, man, like, Fresh is trying to get me to do stuff and, you know, I'm busy and everything. But really it all starts with being a good example and just educating yourself, and everything else will just come with it. If you educate yourself enough, things will get you to get up and do stuff for what you believe in. So it all starts with the educating negative stuff. There's people all the time in my life that just throw comments in that they have that are just ignorant, and because they don't have no information. And I forget what the saying is. Ignorance. I forget how it goes, but nah, it's more like it's like all right to be ignorant, but if you I forget how it goes. I'll have to figure that one out. But anyway, it's good to just educate yourself and then just be a good example.
And you never know when you're going to need that information. Like every Friday when we talk about it, and now every Wednesday when we talk about it, if somebody randomly asks you a question, you don't want to just sit there and stutter. Like Fresh will ask me questions on articles that are going on. I don't want to sit there and look stupid. I'll fucking read those articles. My sister has actually come to me about a couple of things, and because I've read those articles, when my sister gets fake news that's scaring her out of vaping, I'm able to actually inform her that this is all made up.
Yes.
That's it.
I dropped a link for NorCal Sick Boys channel out there.
Yes, he's fantastic.
He is. He's a hell of a guy. So.
Yes, and if you're not following him on Instagram, do so.
Well, no, that's his YouTube channel. Not many people realize that he's got a YouTube channel, that he puts stuff up all the time.
Actually, he live streamed the thing in South Australia when they were on the Steps Parliament out there.
Yep, and he had Breeze Tones on. So Breeze Tones he's a big advocate down in Australia. But yeah, so yeah, everybody, that's NorCal Sick Boys YouTube channel. I'll drop the link again if you want to.
And then don't forget, people from Australia do advocate for us. People like Pippa and the Vaping Bogan, they all advocate for not only themselves, which we try to do the same for them, but they help us too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the thing about Australia is what we do, they're gonna do. They're kind of our little brother, if you will. So what we do, they copy us. Right now, they're just completely out of control down there. So, but
And the people that we've mentioned so far, including like Pippa and everybody, it's also good to follow them on Instagram, like Addy Tooney. Addy Tooney will repost any important information that is happening with the vaping community.
Yep.
You'll repost it. It will be out there. So if you don't have the time to tune into a YouTube video, you got that option too. It's somewhere on Instagram.
Since this is going to be a new thing every week, for any of you, those of you that are watching, if you see something in your local area that you'd like to talk to us about or have us talk about on any of the shows, shoot me a message. Let me know what's going on, where I can find a link to go research it, and we'll talk about it. Because the goal is here, I do want to try to touch a little bit on everybody's area, not just in my own, and not just stateside. So if there's something, Pippa, that you guys have going on down there, by all means, feel free to shoot me a message. If there's something in New York, Alabama, Arkansas, wherever.
there's going to be very little coming out of Alabama.
Well, I get it, but the point exists of it doesn't matter where the fuck it's from. I want to touch on a little bit of everything, just so that way everyone knows, hey, what's going on. We might not talk about a certain area one week. In fact, I can guarantee that. To be honest, I don't plan on next week. I can tell you I'm not going to talk about California. We all know what's going on in California. At least most of us do. So it's not what I'm going to talk about. I want to talk about the smaller, little known ones that are going on, because those are the ones that we do need to bring attention to, so that way we can get the word out on them. So if there's something in your local area, even if it's in your local municipality, let us know. It's like just down the road from me, I posted something, it was last week before the show, or the week before. I forget. It was here recently that they're working on removing vaping from certain areas, and it falls under that whole can't vape or tobacco where you smoke. Get it?
It almost feels like a plot, because it feels like they're gonna go after the small people, thinking that who's gonna really stick up and fight for this, and that's where it gets really sketchy. Because the more small people in the smaller states that they take over, they're going to get greedier and work their way up. So if an implement happens somewhere small, don't be like, oh, that place is small. People will follow in that same footstep.
Mm-hmm.
A really creepy Jude Law once said, "Big things have small beginnings."
Yeah. That's where you really... There's the reason I talked about state and local level as much as I did tonight, because that's where everything's coming to. Like the head of the Surgeon General, he didn't take any direct action except for to say that there's a teen vaping epidemic. He didn't take any other action than that, and he encouraged local municipalities to ban flavors. That's what he did. And so now the Surgeon General has backed flavor bans. That's what you got to watch out for, because he can't do anything on his level. The Surgeon General is largely a figurehead. Like he really can't do a whole lot. But he can put out what he thinks should be done. And once the Surgeon General has backed something, it's way easier for people to push this sort of thing through. And you're watching it happen in California. It's just municipality after municipality. It's like fucking dominoes. Just flavor ban after flavor ban in that state. They realize that they can't get a state level flavor ban through, but they can certainly get one through on the city levels in certain municipalities. And so that's what they're doing. And so anybody that doesn't do it is looking like they're falling behind, and so it's just one after another after another. So, yeah.
And if they do it on those local levels, they don't have to worry about trying it on a state level, because all of those same municipalities that are dominoing, it'll take care of itself.
Yep. Unless you're
It's snowball effects.
Yeah, unless your state comes out and puts out a new law that says vaping cannot be any more severe than what the state is doing, like they do with a lot of gun control. That's how that would be the only hope that would overthrow all these people that are banning things locally. They're not going to. Once again, vaping isn't a big enough issue. So, yeah, you have to watch out for what your cities are doing. It gets super ugly in a hurry.
The only time I would say that you have to worry about it on a state level is if they're trying to sneakily slide it in with something else. And the main
Florida.
focus that one, yeah, Florida, for example. That one's a glaringly obvious cocksucker move by the state of Florida. But that's the only time you're really going to see anything like that, though, when it comes to state level. And that's
it's messed up. Fresh, you said like just those words, like to them, vaping's not an issue. Like those words, like that's what pisses me off so much. Is that vaping is an issue? It saves fucking lives.
Yeah, it saves it has a potential to save a lot of lives. It's not a big enough. There's not enough money for it to be a big enough enough issue.
That's what's the messed up part about all this.
Yeah, there's nothing.
It all comes down to cash.
Yeah, that's the reason. Local, you can make progress. State, you can make some progress. Federally, we have no chance. We have no chance of. We don't have the money. Like, Juul now has the money, and Juul is essentially a corporation. Their goal is to take everybody else out, and so anything that is good for Juul, they're certainly going to throw their money at. Anything that's good for vaping as a whole, it's a toss of a coin whether they're going to be involved in it or not. And we don't have enough money. We don't. So, once again, that's the Debbie Downer. That's the Debbie Downer. Like, we fought and fought and fought on a federal level, and all we can do is sit back and watch what happens and watch the money go. And that's it. Like, your senators, they're not going to cross party lines at this point, because if you cross a party line in the current political climate, forget you if you cross it. Like, it's so fucking hostile, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Like, we were promised partisan politics a couple of years ago. Never happened. Same now partisan politics, never gonna fucking happen. Never.
Partisan politics now is both parties trying to ram Juul right in the A.
That's true. But Juul also has Ultra's money now, so.
That's true. Yeah, I no longer give a fuck about Juul, but just as an example of the industry and of the communities in by and large, we kind of have to at least like stick up for them just a tiny bit. But yeah, the fact that they do have that Marlboro money means they also do get a middle finger at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, Juul at this point with the Ultra lawyers and all their lobbyists and everything that they can do. They already had lobbyists. They already had plenty of people to protect them, and they're the ones dictating policy at this point. So.
Yep.
I just realized another fun thing where vaping is saving so many lives. It's good to try to represent, if you're willing to talk about it in a public place, but it's good to represent vaping saved my life, which there are shirts that will even state vaping saved my life. I quit smoking via this flavor for such and such years. There's more shirts out there similar to that. Just note that if you wear a shirt like that, it's like wearing hot pink hair. People are going to notice you and they might ask you a question. So just be ready to talk to them. And make sure that you're talking to them and not at them.
Welcome, Alyssa205 Live. She just subscribed to you, Galty.
Welcome. Thank you. Glad to have you aboard.
Welcome.
You walked in at a time where we were being serious. That is a rarity. So
yeah, we're not like this all the time. Don't worry. Don't worry. The dick and fart content is coming.
Yeah, the niceties are gonna wear off soon. Don't worry.
I think that's a good intro into kind of what we're gonna be talking about over the next couple months, weeks, years, however long I keep doing the show, because we're gonna find something. We might touch on some topics twice. It just depends on how long they sit out on the dockets, but it is definitely something where I want to talk about something different every week, but advocacy related, or what's going on, or hey, we need to go do this, or whatever the case may be. But definitely a fantastic start. Thank you, Fresh. I appreciate that greatly.
Oh, Alyssa, we got you down. Don't let the somber tone of what I had to talk about bring you down. It's time to.
Don't let the man
it's time
get
to,
you down.
Exactly. Don't let the man get you down.
That's it. I don't know. Let's get into some fucking fun shit for a little bit here, because, I mean, we only got 45 minutes left of this. We need to get some shenanigans in here, otherwise it just wouldn't be fucking Wednesday, right? Oh,
Right.
Before I do anything, shout out for calling out my 6 laughing emoji faces on that fucking terrible call that I knew was wrong as fuck.
And I did make a point to mention that there were 6, not 1 or 2. There was a full 6 fucking emoji cry laughy faces.
I was like, dude, this is stupid, and I just fucking.
Foosball's the devil.
Good times.
Speaking of which, if you guys are not subscribed over to I'm No Joe, go do so. 'Cause if you're anything into combat sports at all, go subscribe. And it's a good time. We have a good time over there.
We definitely have a good time.
Yeah. Lando, can you talk, or does your mic not work, or what's up?
I fixed it.
Oh, hey, look at that. He does have a voice. I was waiting for this large, booming, thunderous, fucking just deep,
A NorCal sick boy voice to come on.
Me just go,
Hi, I am Lando. So, what's the dumbest thing that everybody saw this week? I've got a good one.
My real speaking voice. This is my real speaking voice. I speak like a straight up gangster, bitch.
Oh man,
the dumbest.
the real Nick Devine. Yeah, the dumbest thing you saw this week. I can get it started because I saw it right before the show started. Apparently, there's a new challenge based on the Netflix hit, The Bird Box.
Oh, fuck.
People are trying to navigate around their neighborhoods and houses and driving cars
Yeah.
with blindfolds on.
Oh, what
Oh, so that's even better than the fucking morons getting it. No, it's not. Maybe it's probably just tied with the morons that get out of their car to dance alongside of it while it's coasting in neutral.
I was hoping you were going to say that people just started offing themselves.
Yeah. So yeah, everybody, if you're, I mean, the Bird Box turned out to be a heck of a flick.
Yeah, did anybody? Everybody likes that Bird Box. Nobody really liked The Happening. Pretty much the same movie, but whatever.
It's a little bit better thought out than The Happening was, I thought.
The Happening actually told you what was actually happening. Bird Box, I didn't even see what the fuck they seen. They didn't tell us what the fuck was going on. It was all right. I like both of them movies, but it's funny that everybody hated The Happening and everybody's all over this box, and they are very similar. Very similar.
Yeah, it's just people being dumb. People being dumb. So just your latest example, everybody.
So do you think that this is an upgrade from the Tide Pod Challenge?
I think they're all dumb.
Well, you know what? I look at it this way. If that's an upgrade, it's a good upgrade for this reason. Darwinism.
I mean upgrade in stupidity.
No. It's good for this reason. Darwinism. That's all you have to know. Darwinism. Just fucking get rid of those stupid bastards.
But TJ,
yes,
you're forgetting about idiocracy and the fact that there's more stupid people than there are smart people out there. I like to believe that the audience that we've achieved here on the Golf T Vapes channel all falls under that smart thing, and they're not going to start watering their lawns with Powerade, but
I
don't know.
Got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes.
I've considered putting my lips into the shot glass and trying to blow them up, but I couldn't commit to that level of stupidity. But I considered it.
yeah, it's.
Do it.
But that was certainly the dumbest thing I saw all week. Like for real, people are out doing this shit, and they did it on fucking one of the morning shows. Like Michael Strahan put a blindfold on, and he was Bird Box Challenge, and he was trying to put makeup on his co-host.
Wow.
It's like, dude, please stop. Don't give this stupid shit attention. Like the fucking little hipster dude that was screaming at the Make America Great Again guy. Don't give that shit attention. Please. Please don't.
If you don't like the MAGA hat or the MAGA shirt, acknowledge it and just keep on fucking moving, because you know what? It's not fucking worth it.
If you don't like it, don't work in retail, because you're gonna see them whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing about that. Haas sent that to me, and I looked at it, and I was like, well, first, what did the dude do before he turned the camera on? That's the thing that kills me about those phone videos. Yeah. Like, you don't know what the dude said to him before that. All you see is the dude flipping out. Yeah, unless you see it
from walking in the door, exactly. Yeah. You only see his point of view.
Like the other, the other dude that was in the store. Like, he wasn't doing any. He was just standing there, just kind of shaking his head about the whole thing. Like, that dude could have told you the whole story about what that dude said to him and what he was doing to him.
Oh yeah, because he was thinking the whole time, these two are fucking retarded.
That's exactly what I thought. I thought they were both to blame. Like, the one dude was being a dick and bullying the other guy, and the other dude was flipping out. Even though the dude that was flipping out was well within his rights to grab the dude by the back of the neck and throw him out of the store. Like, that's like the dude saying, you just assaulted me. Dude, you were asked nicely to leave several times. At that point, he's the proprietor of the store. He's the one trusted. Like, he could grab you by the back of the neck and throw you out of that fucking store, and there's nothing is ever going to come of that. Yep. There's a reason that
the right to refuse any customer.
Exactly. How do you think bars get away with bouncers? Like, there's a reason. There's a reason that's there. Like people don't realize that you're walking into a retail establishment. That retail establishment, even if it's corporate owned, has entrusted the employees with the responsibility of maintaining the shop. If the dude said something or did something to him, like that dude, he asked him to leave several times and kept asking him to leave. He was within his rights to go around the counter, grab that dude by his neck, and throw him out the door. And that's not assault. So anybody that thinks differently has never actually studied what the laws say.
I have actually been a bouncer at a bar, and I've done that, just exactly that, and had people call the law on me. They arrested the person that I pulled out of the bar.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, that right there is the second dumbest thing I saw, other than people. Well, the dude putting his blindfold on while he's driving, he's like, "It's in Jesus' hands."
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's the dumbest shit. That's the dumbest shit I saw.
To be fair, the only good thing really about those kind of videos is waiting for Aussie Man to start reviewing them.
True.
Speaking of that,
yeah.
Did you see the thing he did on the Mayweather thing? Oh, I laughed.
I laughed almost as hard at watching that as I did watching the actual fight. Like, WTF in all capital letters with 6 crying smiley laughing emojis.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. Hey, actually, that might be the stupidest thing I've seen all week, too.
Sadly, I didn't get this kind of stupidity. I just finally got the understanding of why you shouldn't shop at Nick River. That's all I got to deal with this week.
Say what's really in your heart, Lumi.
I don't order from them anymore.
Oh, I won't either now.
I'll put another order in when I run low on this stuff. When I run low on Country Apple. That's the next time I'll put a Nick River order in.
I thought for sure, I was like, there's no way this could get any worse. Then I got an email asking me how I was enjoying a package that I haven't received yet. Then I was like, this can't get any worse. Then I opened the fucking package, and I have chunky fucking flavors. And flavors that are supposed to be 15 mLs, but they're marked as 10 mLs on the fucking tag. Are you fucking kidding me?
I brought my Belgian waffle out as a comparison. Like this, I haven't used this in months. It's been sitting, and
I'm pretty sure I got a bottle of Belgian waffle sitting around over here somewhere.
There's no separation. It's just a beautiful, clear amber color.
Yeah, this is a multi-year old bottle of Belgian waffle.
Look at how gold mine is, but I had to tit steep mine to get the chunks to go away. I had this sucker in my tits for hours and shaking it every couple of minutes.
I would let them know for sure.
It's a shame you weren't live streaming that.
Wait a minute.
She's sitting there, fuck you, noob, and then just occasionally, like, dude, is she having seizures?
Or was she shimmying on stream?
Do a little shimmy action.
A little alarm.
Yeah, every time I shimmy, what you really don't know is it's not Tourette's. I'm shaking my e-liquid.
Stalker, yes I am. If you can find the flavor anywhere else, buy from that place.
Yeah.
Nicotine River got too big too quick. That's kind of the problem, and their shipping has suffered. That's the main issue with Nicotine River is their shipping.
The fact that they shipped me chunky e-liquid, I don't think they've gotten too terribly big if they're sending me old.
How long did it take you to get that?
I don't know. Got lost.
Multiple weeks, right?
Like 2 weeks at least.
Yeah.
More than 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's how they go.
Maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah, if you need it right away, don't order it from them ever.
Yeah,
Ever.
If you're on the East Coast, order from Bull City. If you're on the West, order from E-Cig Express.
Or if you're looking for something specialty, order from DIY Vapor
DIY
Supply.
Vapor Supply. Yep.
Fun fact, I'm
They
in
got
Virginia.
everything.
I got my ECX order and my Bull City order that I made, I think, within a day's difference at the same exact time.
Yeah,
Yep.
ECX can be really good about their shipping.
ECX is really good. I've had them do one mix-up, and they fixed it immediately. Back in the day, they used to have really, really, really bad customer service. That's not the case anymore. ECX is a good company these days. DIY Vapor Supply, I've never had a screw up. They always send me what I ask for, and they always send me extra. Every time. So, take it for what it's worth, everybody. Take it for what it's worth. But
I witnessed something stupid this week.
excellent.
Oh, yeah.
All the anticipation. Anybody watch the ball drop on Dick Van Dyke's? Whatever. The ball drop. Did you watch the ball drop?
No.
I watched
Yeah.
Steve Harvey.
Well, you watched it, Steve Harvey. Well, Steve Harvey was on whatchamacallit. He was
can't remember.
on the Ryan Seacrest one. He was there, but yeah. But anyway, the fuck it. If you didn't watch it, I guess this won't be funny. But yeah, all the anticipation of the ball dropping, and like from 5 seconds down to 0, there was smoke in front of it the entire time. I guess because of the rain and the fireworks, it like you couldn't see shit. That was pretty stupid.
Just like I stayed up and watched my TV for this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I did this New Year's, and then I watched Bird Box after that. And I got to watch. I like Bird Box though, but I was it really reminded me of The Happening. And for how many people told me to watch it, I was just like, it's just weird that, everybody was like, The Happening sucks, The Happening sucks. And it just really reminded me of that. Now, the stories in there are very different. And, it's like, I love my kids and stuff in this one. But,
I mean, they're very similar. They're very similar movies. I thought Bird Box psychologically, I thought was a little bit edgier than The Happening was. The Happening, I think, what he was trying to do pretty much a straight, like sci-fi, environmental picture. Whereas the Bird Box didn't bother with that. They just went straight sci-fi horror.
Yeah, he's a really cool director. Just unfortunately, he doesn't really hit it all the time.
Yeah.
But when he does, they're very good movies. Like I really enjoyed Split. I thought that was
Split was awesome.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing that Mr. Glass with that and Unbreakable or whatever. But I also watched Avengers: Infinity War, so that was pretty awesome.
Did you cry?
Now that's on Netflix. I didn't cry. No, I'm a fucking man, Fresh.
I was looking forward to licking up some sweet Nick Divine tears.
You have to watch Ant-Man and Wasp. I believe that is coming to Netflix soon.
Yeah.
Cool.
But it's right after that, and you'll see how it ties in. And you're going to be like, are you fucking serious? Did you really just tie it in a bow like that for me?
Yep.
Yeah, that should be good. I like that. Ragnarok was awesome. They're all I like them, all of them.
I'm glad Ragnarok happened because I think that series finally found its voice. Like Chris Hemsworth looks like an action star, but in his heart he just wants to dance.
Yeah, very true.
I think that guy's name is Taki.
Yeah, his movies are fucking fantastic.
He made that movie too, just by playing.
Another day, another day.
Another day.
So, Nick, I have a question. You said you didn't cry, but was Ned there? And did he cry? Because if he did, I bet he was the best crier ever.
Just big old salty, like diamonds rolling out of his eyes.
Yep. Academy Award-winning cry scene.
Ned was in charge of dropping the ball, so.
Of course.
I should have known he was otherwise occupied that night.
Yeah.
It was the best ball drop ever, and these motherfuckers put smoke in front of it.
So you can put 10,000 more fucking diamonds on this thing this year, and the fuck.
Great. Now I got to go deliver seal babies again. Fuck you
Instead
guys.
of being in tears, you could have just been infuriated with Star-Lord like I was. Like, I spent the whole rest of my movie infuriated with Star-Lord.
See, what I did is I waited for that scene to happen because I figured it was going to happen because I read the comic books, and then I just went and licked tears off people's cheeks.
Yep.
Finally got a chance to watch Venom over this last week.
It's better than everybody was saying, right?
Fuck yeah, it was.
It's so fucking hilarious.
It was. I laughed like 90% of the fucking movie. It's great.
Yeah, like people. I was reading the reviews the next day after I went and saw it. I'm like, dude, did we watch the same movie? Like, that movie was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know what their fucking problem with it was. It was pretty, in my eyes, it was pretty true to form.
Yeah. Well, hello, Ivana.
So I saw something stupid that almost made me cry a couple days ago. One of my friends, Adam Schaefer, a dude I went to college with, had art classes with, he moved to the West Coast and took his guitars with him. And when he got to his residence or new place or whatever, he opened his case to his, I want to say it's like a $3,500 like 60s hollow body Gibson, and the headstock was cracked off of the neck. And it's his fault because he did not bubble tape it or secure it at all. He just was like, here, American Airlines, I trust you with my fucking 40-year-old guitar or 50-year-old guitar. Yeah, and it kind of made me want to cry because I hate shit like that. It really bums me out.
Yes.
So sorry, brother.
That is a bummer.
Yeah. No, I'm all paranoid. Like, no!
You can't have my baby. You're gonna
Don't
bring my
touch it.
baby. Can I carry this on? Can I get its own personal seat in an escort?
That's why mine, I make sure if I'm traveling,
Tommy.
we're not going to be safe.
Tommy.
Back it up. Tommy Vapors.
Tommy Vapors in the house. What up, Tommy?
With a Z, like a 90s hip-hop artist.
You better believe that.
Word.
Did he get a new little emoji thing? Not emoji, but the little thing on his name?
He has a
Yeah,
new
he
logo.
got a whole new logo, man. Where you been?
It looks pretty
Yeah.
fucking badass.
West Side Fresh.
That's
To answer
right.
that question, I've been in my own little world. Thank you. I like it there.
I
Well, his new
believe-
logo looks kind of like the Vikings logo.
Yeah.
Like from the TV show, not the football team.
I believe Nikki B helped him with that logo. It
Yeah, it
looks
looks pretty
like vapor being sliced in half, so it's making a V with a sword that you could kind of see
For
it
the T?
in. Yeah.
I'm over here doing like 90s gang signs, seeing if I could still do it.
Don't mind me while I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We're going that route, huh?
Oh,
might be
just
a
throwing
little
them all
fresh.
out there.
Because I'm a Crip, yo.
Uh-oh.
Don't be fooled
We
by
got
the rock
beef.
that he's got.
Me and Adam
Still
got
freshly from
beef.
the block.
Yo.
We got East Coast, West Coast, or East Coast, Mid Coast beef.
No coast.
No coast.
No coat.
He's like, coming to you straight from the shores of Lake Erie. What up?
Y'all better recognize.
Straight out
They-
the cornfields, yo.
Do they have gang signs for the Heartland?
I'm over here trying to figure out how to do Iowa because it seems like it should be possible.
I think the only one I know of is this.
Pitchforks, but that's like Gangster Disciples. That's, pitchforks
Right.
for like,
That's gonna get GD stabbing you.
picking up hay. And then you're like, hey.
I-O.
OH.
Before we get too deep into this, and I forget, being as Lando is here today, we do have to put you on the spot because anybody new to the panel does get their opportunity to shine. By shine, I mean tell your vaping story. Well, how'd you get into it? Where did it start? Are you ready? We gave you ample time here.
Golf T, you say that like it's optional.
It's not optional. I'm just asking him if he's ready as a courtesy.
I was gonna say Lando could kill it right now by being, I don't vape.
Oh, the floor is all yours, Lando. It's all yours.
I was a 14, 15-year-old smoker. And I tried everything. I tried patches, I tried gum. And, yeah, I decided to try vaping even though I thought it looked stupid. So I tried it, and at first it didn't really work because I had shitty e-juice, a tank that leaked. And I ended up getting, let's see if I still have it. Yep. I ended up getting the Cleto, the original, with the MVP3 Pro. And I got some apple juice. And yeah, coming up on 2 years.
Nice.
Excellent.
Nice. And you've somehow moseyed yourself into the YouTube community side of it. That's a pretty
Yep.
big leap. That's awesome.
Yeah, how did you find the YouTube side of the house, Lando? Was it just researching products, or?
Yeah, like usually that's what I do whenever I'm getting something new. Like that's what I did with the stick prints, freaking mods, RDAs. That's what I did with the Cleto and shit. And yeah, that's basically how I got started with YouTubing, or viewing it.
And you somehow stumbled into this fucking hot mess?
I know, right?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Welcome, and we're sorry.
Or,
right.
better yet, sorry, not sorry.
Who was the YouTuber in this smaller community that got your attention? Like, which show was it that got you to find Fresh
Stole my
and
question.
Golf Tea in Spork Life?
Well, first time I saw Fresh was during his show back when he was doing Fresh from the Kitchen with Brian.
And you were like, I can't get enough of this eye contact. I gotta go find him.
Wait, are we all gonna do eye contact for Lando real quick here?
I don't even fucking think about it.
There's the angry eye contact.
Do you mix, Lando?
No, I don't.
He's there every DIY show.
It says, I know how, but I don't.
Said I know like 1,000 recipes, but I don't know.
I know Flavora Cream at 1% is awesome.
Ooh.
In everything. Put it in everything.
Everything.
Pippa wants to know what was your moment when you realized that you were done smoking?
When I realized that e-juice doesn't taste like shit because the stuff I got was from Walmart.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That'll do
That
it.
shit was disgusting. It was supposed to be cherry. Tasted like fucking ass.
Yep.
And I ended up getting the Eliquid. And I was like, fuck this. I'm done. And I
Robitussin ass.
Pretty much.
Oh man, like someone's been like robo tripping and got diarrhea, and you went and licked it.
Yum.
Yeah, those things suck.
Yeah. Do you remember the name of the Apple liquid that got you off of it, or are you still vaping it?
I only had it that one time. And yeah, it's Apple Orchard by Dark Horse Vapory.
Okay.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. Is like I was the same way. I had all these. I was trying all these juices. I didn't really like. They were just enough to get my nicotine, and I could deal with them. But then when I found like a good juice, and I noticed that there was like good juices out there, I started trying a whole bunch of different shit. Like from that same company, or bottles that look like it. Like if it looked like a premium bottle, because they were, you know, the 15 milliliter with the squeezy tops, the glass bottles. So yeah, I would start trying that company's different stuff, and then anything that costs that much, really, I would try. But that juice is very important to quit smoking. Very, very important. The flavor of the juice.
Haas has said he has not had the pleasure of vaping ass yet, so he guesses it's his loss.
Oh, there's plenty out there, Haas. Give it time. Give it time. Buy something. Just keep buying commercial stuff every once in a while. Eventually, you're gonna stumble on
Go
something.
to a brick and mortar. Yeah, go to a brick and mortar. You'll surely find some ass.
Yeah, get any soda flavor from a brick and mortar. Any
Make sure you waddle in there
house-made,
too and
yeah.
then sing ass, 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 ass.
Yeah.
Looking for that ass.
Yeah.
Oh
Get
man,
a house made.
Motherfucker, hammer time.
Oh man, Haas goes in and starts twerking at the vape shop.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Oh man, the looks he would get, but they would probably give him a free bottle of liquid just to leave the store. Like, sir, it's not that we don't appreciate your gyrations, but will this get you to leave? Like, all right, killer custard, just what I wanted, thanks.
I needed to start Fresh's morning off really good one morning, so I sent him a Russian twerking group video doing that song.
It's like, oh, okay. Just when I needed the half erection that you normally wake up with.
You thought that made my day? You should have seen what Tommy Vapors just sent me.
That's right.
Next morning,
or what the meter vapes will send you for New Year's. Like, oh, okay,
yeah.
Happy New Year, motherfuckers.
Some people like champagne at midnight.
It's true.
That's why I said, I was like, how did you know what I was doing on New Year's?
I just laughed and laughed and laughed at that.
Psychic.
Because I'm sitting there like watching TV, waiting for the fireworks to stop, and it's like, ding ding. Meter sent me something. All right, cool. What's Meter doing? Oh, okay.
My immediate reaction is, now it's a party.
Exactly.
Although I do have to say, I can't take full credit for that. That originally came from Scott himself, Mr. Mad Dog Vapes.
I should have figured that was Mad Dog.
Fuckery. Yeah,
I should have figured that was
Mad Dog
Mad
is
Dog.
one of my main contributors for the fuckery I spread about.
Vaping Swag just said it. If you have morning wood, just wait until Mad Dog Vape sends you something.
A lot of times that'll just take care of it. Like, thanks, Mad Dog.
Yeah, Mad Dog and I spend a very good amount of time just sending weird shit like that back and forth until one of us is like, all right, I have to go do something else.
I'm not sure what it is, but it's going to be anything but sending you more stuff.
It has to be not this anymore.
Gizzard accidentally did that to me, and then he stopped sending me gifts.
Oh, he sent you a Mad Dog gif?
No, he thought he was sending me a really innocent, cute little gif of a little puppy, and it got real weird real quick.
Like, did you mean to send this to me, Gizzard Stew? He's desperately trying to recall it. I meant to send that to Tommy.
Unsend.
That's the thing. They're like, there's a certain level of account on Facebook. You get the recall feature. It's not
always
us.
Check your
Not
gifts
us.
before you send them. You think it starts off good, but it might not end very well.
It started with good intentions. Just didn't seem like it when you got the message.
Oh,
no,
Vapor's
it
posting
wasn't horrible
pictures.
At first, I was like, oh.
What's he? Huh. Sending pictures of the new broadside. Good man, Vapor.
Yeah.
Have a good one, Batch. You're telling me 5 o'clock comes soon.
Later, fucker.
That it does.
3 p.m. 3 a.m. comes even earlier, homie. You've accidentally
Can you
sent a
imagine
few.
Tommy's wife?
Tommy's
What
wife. What do you get up to when I'm not around? Like that's the real question.
You got some splaining to do, Tommy.
Yeah, but knowing that she's married to Tommy, I would dare
She
to
already
take a
knows.
stab and guess that, yeah. Much like my wife, when I accidentally send those to her, I just get like a shaking my head emoji sent back.
I don't even
Or
get
just
that.
a reply of wrong person.
I don't even have to do that. Nick just expects that kind of behavior from me. I don't get a shaking. I don't even get him shocked anymore. I go out of my way to do some really disturbing things around this house.
I think if I did that, I'd probably have divorce papers.
I could send you a couple you'll be all right with.
I'm not saying I'm not receptive. No.
Have a good one, Haas.
Later,
Be good, brother.
NSW, not safe for wife.
That's it.
What's wrong? Oh, we got about fucking less than 20 minutes left here.
Lando,
So,
go. Content.
It's all on you, Lando. Take it away.
Save this
Let's do
show.
the thing. Come on, do the thing.
Save it. We went down the wrong path.
This is going down like the Titanic. Come on, Lando. We're counting on you, buddy.
Come on, Mr. Calrissian, you got this.
What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Perfect. Exactly that, Lando. Exactly that.
Do all of it.
Perfect.
Pirate.
Nailed it.
It's almost like he's seen the show before.
You can sing a song if you want to,
Ooh.
Or rap.
or rap.
Or
He
do
does.
country.
He does look like a hardcore gangster rapper.
It seems like he might do some really surprising country music, though.
Wow.
Oh, just Lando just breaks out some opera on us, and we're like, whoa.
I would not be surprised if he started doing country music and had like the boots on and all of a sudden started getting up and doing square dancing
Singing about America and beers and pickup trucks.
and that dirty old girlfriend.
He's gonna break out with some Taylor Swift.
Oh man.
Not the Tay-Tay.
I'm just waiting for Sweet Country Roads. You just hear it softly in the background. All he has to do is step back, and like Jesse will pick it up. He's just like, please take me home.
So, are we trying to get Lando not to come back on?
With the abuse that me and Lumi put him through, and Brian, like he's put up with some pretty harsh abuse from us over there, and he still keeps showing up. So I've let him know, though. He does have permission to let me know when I finally cross that line, where he's
Yeah,
like, dude,
but-
Fresh, that was too far.
Does he have a pair of glasses that he's gonna put on, and you'll just know?
And then that's the line. So I'll know that line then, and then I'll just mosey up to it and just kind of act like I'm
dance
gonna
on
go over it, and then I'll bring it back real quick.
Says,
There you
fuck,
go.
I forgot the safe word. I forgot my safe word.
I think he expects it though because he dishes it out to receive it back. So
True.
life wouldn't be complete without the harassment.
He's always fist fighting Raven Shadow Vapes for his corner, so I mean, there's always that going on.
Hopefully, it doesn't turn into fist fucking.
Oh.
It depends on what you're fist fucking.
Ow, ow, ow.
Fresh is what we're fist fucking.
I mean, as long as it's consensual, do you, boo boo?
That's right.
I heard that.
You know this.
Well, before I forget, the meter did grace us with 3 more codes for dirt cheap, so we're gonna give those out tonight.
Nice.
Before I forget.
Ooh.
Oh, dang.
So,
How many motherfucking likes we got?
I got a number. I picked a number just
Enough.
now. Oh, wait. We're not doing that no more?
no.
I forgot.
Return of the number whore.
Poor sticker.
He makes his return.
All right, there's 3 of
Jesse's
them.
got 3 slips of paper already held up. Like, got it.
1 to 100. Not Bob Barker rules. Whoever the fuck is closest, and go.
Yeah, how many likes do we got? I don't even know.
I don't know. I don't pay attention anymore. I'm past all that.
30 of the 8.
We got 38 so far, and we got.
We only need
49
12 more.
people Still here. Come on, guys. 42 already. Holy
43.
shit.
Get them sick Nick Divine coils.
That's right.
45. Holy shit.
Shamam, people.
So Stalker, yes I am. You need to put another number in.
I will help you.
You're just losing your little kitty mind back there, aren't you?
I have to do my lucky number.
Bing.
I will help you.
We have 48.
That's right. I forgot to get that on mine as well.
I forgot to also, Nick. I had to just a second ago.
So you said 48 and 2 more people did it?
Yeah,
52.
What is it? 50. Yeah.
Oh, I love Pippa.
Yes, Pippa, it is getting right back on track where it belongs.
Look who's back and look who's got her eyes open for once.
Oh, snap.
Oh, shit, there's 3. Hmm.
We're at 52.
See, there we go.
There
53.
you go. Fucking cooking with gas now. Watch out.
I want a kitty.
And here she goes. She's going backwards, everybody.
Oh. Here. The escape.
And I'm gone.
Says that's
That
enough.
Craftmatic adjustable cat move.
Lady bitch, I'm out. Alright, well, that seems to be rolling off there. So since that's tailed off, we're just going to stop it here and run some numbers. Fresh, you want to run me 3 random numbers?
Wasn't Jesse doing them?
No. But I am going to predict what you pick. It's
Okay.
going to be 38.
Okay,
And now
Google.
you're going to run it.
Give me a random number between 1 and 100, please.
Okay.
Man,
That was
she-
way off.
She's just like this to you, Jesse. So 70. Who do we got? Who's our lucky wiener?
The first 69?
It looks like saturation
station.
Saturation. Yep.
Congratulations, saturation station. Okay, Google.
That's a mouthful.
Do it again, please.
This one's going to be 46.
Okay.
37.
30.
She's lowballing you guys. Lowballing you.
She don't like us at all, Adam.
My Google assistant.
Gives me
like
24 for
Gregory-
the next one.
Gregory, I'm not going to try and pronounce that last name, has 27.
Cloud King has 33.
Cloud Hing has 33.
Son of a bitch.
Should we? We've got 3 codes. Should we give the other 2 away just to those 2?
Take the whole chair.
We got an extra code. We'll make sure they both get one.
Okay, you're
Okay.
both getting one.
You're both getting one. There you go.
All right. So one more. Okay, Google. One more time, please.
Okay.
69.
So you did, Nick?
That was our yeah.
24.
24.
What did I guess? Was it? I said I was gonna guess 20 something.
That white guy's
That
got
white
24 on the nuts.
That he does.
Congratulations, Cracker.
Cracker.
So, Saturation Station, that white guy, Cloud King Cody, and Gregory. I'm not trying to say your fucking last name.
See?
Email me at golftvapes@gmail.com. I'll put it in the chat so you can see it and copy and paste. Just email me and I will get those codes out to you here.
Fresh, can you hit me with one more number, please?
One more time,
Oh, that's
please.
right, we got a Nick Devine here.
It's 8:52.
No. Okay, Google.
852. Nobody gets the coils. 852. Nobody guessed it.
You have to, yeah.
17.
I'm pretty sure I guessed 24 right on the fucking head.
Okay, Google. One more number
you
between
guessed
1 and
7.
100, please.
Here are the top search results.
Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Can you give me a number between 1 and 100 randomly, please?
Sure.
She didn't even sound enthused about that one. She's just like, motherfucker, I told you to go to random.
I said 17, right? Or, yeah.
Kim Dixon's got 14.
And Kim Dixon is the closest.
Congratulations, Kim.
Yeah.
She got some more. She got some new liquid coming to, or she got some Nick Devine coils coming.
All right. There you go.
Fancy.
Bing.
Congrats.
Speaking of the Google thing, here's something really funny. I scared the shit out of the missus last night. She just got one of those little Google Homes, little itty bitty tiny fucking mini home units.
The Echoes.
No, it's the Google version, but yeah. I was fucking around with it while she was outside, and I told her, give me the 100th digit of the number pi. And so it starts rattling them all off from the start. 3.1415, blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
She comes in and it's just rattling off numbers. She goes, "What's the fuck is wrong with it?"
Like Russian missile codes or some shit.
I kind of want to do that now. Like, how long does it take?
That one, I think it rattled them off so goddamn quick. It was only like a minute or two.
Okay.
I wonder how far it'll go, though. I wonder how many digits of pi it'll read to you.
Okay,
that
Google.
I don't know.
How many digits of pi do you know?
Cherry, apple, peach.
Here goes. Feel free to tell me to stop when you've had enough.
Wow.
It goes on forever. It will go on forever. It will go on forever.
Okay, Google, stop. Stop, please.
She's like, yeah, bitch, you started this.
Have you ever seen the
Stop,
dude
please.
that does? Have you ever seen the dude that does it for like 5 minutes?
Yep.
Stop. Cease. Quit.
Now she's telling me the definition of stop.
I had a fun night when I was streaming. I started telling Google to send a shopping list to Nick, so I was just sitting there listing off random things, and then Nick would get these really random messages from me. He'd be like, "Why are you sending that to him?" I was like, "I have Google doing it," but Google didn't type that, and it said I have a person doing it. And he's like, "Who do you have at the house texting me?"
Saturation State, you won a date with Mr. Lumi's pistol collection.
Nice.
Congratulations, buddy.
That's it.
It's got some fine pieces in there. You're going to be impressed.
Meter, do you have any recommendations for Dirt Cheap?
I do.
Snosberry.
Get the Snosberries.
I always recommend Snosberry.
Snosberries.
It is a beautiful combination of strawberry, raspberry, and I believe blackberry. Can't remember now.
It's very nice.
It's a nice fruit blend. It really, really is.
Yeah. On that note, now that everybody knows what to do with their codes, let's take her around the room here and let everybody say their piece and get the geese and get the flock out of Dodge. Who wants to go first?
Thanks for having me. I love it.
I love it.
Thanks for having me. It's always awesome being on here with you guys. Everybody check out my website, standup3d.com. If you spend over $20, you get 20% off your order. And go Lando.
Well, thanks for having me. You can find me on Instagram. That's Vaping Lando. I post random shit. I do post or repost Advocacy here and there. And I'll pass it off to Lumi.
Creeper. Hi. Thank you everybody for having me. I know I'm quite weird, so it must take a lot out of you guys to send me a link, or
I'm ready to go to
just haven't
sleep.
realized how to not send me a link yet. But thanks for having me. I enjoy being here every Wednesday. And thank you everybody for watching.
Thank you.
And Nick Devine.
All right. My sound is so fucked, so I better do this quick. It has went off probably 10 times tonight. You motherfucker.
You're good.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm watching my mic. But yeah, thanks for having me, everybody. I hope you have a good new year, better than the one you had last year. Unless you had, I don't know. Yeah, better than last year for everybody, right? Yeah. Everybody have a good new year. I'll be on Saturday at 8:30, and yeah, just go check out Adore Eliquid, stand up 3D, stop living like a vape slob, fucking get your shit together. Fucking new year, new fucking things. Fucking New Year's resolution. Get your fucking shit together.
Don't be a vape slob.
Don't be a fucking vape slob.
Get organized.
Yeah, just be a good example to the community. That's one of the best ways you could advocate, is just be a good example. Get in on any kind of fundraiser for advocacy or for anything. Put a good name on vaping and just educate yourself, and the rest will come. Everybody have a good night.
Thank you, Nick.
Adam.
Sup? So yeah, all I want to say is don't be that guy in the vape shop. Like, lead a good example for us. Don't explode on people. Don't force vaping on people. Don't set a bad example for us. Make us look like we're good guys, like we're trying to save people instead of trying to be cloud douches, you know?
Don't be a cloud douche.
Other than that, thank you for having me. It's always a blast hanging out with all you guys. I fucking love this shit. I'm about to go hang out with the karaoke crew tonight for the induction 2019 karaoke night. So
Fuck that.
Oh yeah.
So I'll be singing some Al Green probably tonight. So yeah, you can check me out on ELR. I go by Madam I'm Adam, one word on there, if you want to try some of my recipes and leave some comments, because I love constructive criticism on recipes. And I'm on Instagram, and I play in bands, Eddie and the Arsons and The Disheartened. Just search, you will find. Thanks. Freshie.
I think I'm the only one left. So Vaping with Ken wanted me to put out there that he's going to be doing a 12-hour fundraiser. Some Saturday. He doesn't know exactly when it's going to happen yet, unless he made up his mind last night. But it's going to be for Tia's kids, so that Tia can get a little financial relief. So everybody sub to Vaping with Ken, follow him on Instagram, and yeah, let's do something nice again. Let's do something nice. So another 12-hour stream coming at you from Ken. I think he's reaching out to all the big names, so there's going to be quite a few people coming through. So gonna be well worth it. Gonna be well worth it. Support one of our own and show everybody what a great community we can be when we come together. Everybody go check out thepinkpussylist.com. Do not forget or you're going to wind up somewhere that you didn't mean to go, or you meant to go. And then once you're done over there, you can go over to thepinkpussylist.com and find all the discount codes. They're all the Pink Pussy, but all the sites that support it. And those are the people that support us. That's the companies that are good for vaping. So Adore, Man, I had... Yeah.
Swag,
Swaggy
Candy
Shane. Candy
Greedy.
Coils. Oh yeah, I had it all in my head. I had it all in my head.
TX
It's gone.
Vapes.
It's gone. It's gone. Yeah, if you're still in the market for a dreamer, he does offer a code. So go do it. Go get your stuff over at thepinkpussylist.com. Everybody be beautiful to each other. Educate, advocate, be good for this community. I'm throwing it over to TJ at the flu recovery desk.
We are fully recovered. Hooray! First and foremost, as always, thank you all for coming out. Thanks for hanging out with us. Fucking love you. That's the reason why I do this. Look forward to next week with that new segment that we're going to be starting at the beginning of every show, because it does need to be talked about. And again, I should have said this at the beginning of the show, but shout out to NorCal Sick Boy for putting that bug in my ear after watching one of his videos. It should be in the beginning, never in the end. At the end is fine as well, but advocacy definitely needs to be at the forefront of our thoughts even when we're fucking around on a Wednesday like this. Because yes, we need to take some time to be serious, but we're still going to have all of our crazy fucking ridiculousness as usual. Like Fresh said, thepinkpussylist.com. Everybody who's on that, Dory Liquid to fucking Vaping Swag to Lucid RDA to fucking old Eric's line.
VinylAndVapor.com.
That's right.
Deep Cuts Eliquid. That's what I was trying to think of.
I got you, buddy. Although I couldn't think of the name myself, it was stuck, but I knew where I was going with it. You guys know the drill as always. Educate, advocate, not for yourselves or anybody in this community that watches us on YouTube, because we all know we'll be okay, but it's for those people who haven't made the switch from the stinkies yet. So do your part. The other thing I did want to put out one more time for whoever else is still here, if there's something in your local area advocacy-wise you want us to talk about or something that's coming up in legislation, let us know. Any of us on the panel will be able to gladly bring it up here in one of our weekly topics here. So, and then I don't have shit else to say. Then I hope you all had a fantastic New Year's Eve. Hopefully everybody did the right thing, and y'all have a wonderful New Year. So happy New Year to you all. Glad to be back again for another round here, and I'm gonna send it over to the one, the only, the Meter Vapes.
Boom, boom,
Well,
boom.
TJ, first and foremost, thank you for having a show every Wednesday night that miscreants like myself can count on, knowing that it will be here to help get the brain function back to somewhat normal and allowing an audience full of lunatics like the one that we have here every damn week coming back. Thank you, and thank the fans for coming out and supporting us. You are the reason that we get to keep doing this. The only thing that I have to focus on right now is the fact that advocacy is the 2019 resolution for everyone. Whether you made a New Year's resolution or not, 2019 is the snowballed year that they have been pushing and pushing, and it's time for us to push back. You don't have to do everything, but you do have to do something. If you live somewhere, you have a local representative, and you can contact that local representative, and they have to acknowledge your contact. There are multiple different ways. Any of us on this panel would be more than happy to help you out with any information that you need. We would all be happy to help, but it is time for every single person who has a vape in their hand and not a cigarette to take their role in helping spread the word, because we have got enough science, we have enough people, we have enough voices. We just have to get our shit together. So everyone, do your part. Do something. Repost something. Tell someone who doesn't know what's going on in the vape world about the vape world. Educate your crazy friend about what the FDA is trying to do. They might have more crazy friends that they can tell, and that's how information gets spread. So it's our job as vapors to go out and spread information. We can't be silent anymore. If you don't want to go back to cigarettes, then you have to take at least some small part in going about and helping spread the information that we have scientifically verified, that is, vaping is safer than smoking. Vaping has saved my life and countless other lives, and it has the potential to save countless more. But only if everyone who knows the truth about vaping gets off your ass and tells someone else about it. That's the only way that we can do this. There is no more time to slack. It is time to care. We have to band together or be banned together.
Awesome meter.
Beautiful. Oh yes, Adam did just post out there before I forget. That is fantastic. Go click on that fucking Facebook link. All those songs you hear each and every week, that's all Adam. But he wants our input. Go pick a song. Go pick 2 songs. What is it? The limit's 3, I think, or is it 2?
It's 2, but if it gets slow, I'll post and be like, hey, if you have another one in mind, go ahead and post it.
Yeah.
If you monitor the group, Adam stays pretty active on the music thread to keep people either encouraged to keep going or letting know that it's shut down and your time is too late. So
no,
just join the group.
You only get 2. You only get 2.
And there is a new one up for this week already. He posted it at the beginning of the show. I saw it pop up on my phone.
Yeah, I actually scheduled it for 9:30.
So go over there, pick a couple songs, because who knows, it might be your song that he covers.
That's true. Do we want to hear that one more time?
Yeah, let's send it out on that. That's fantastic.
All right.
That was my pick, by the way.
Good job, Jesse.
Hashtag rigged.
I don't think it was quite as cool as the policy of Fresh, but it's pretty sweet too.
I melt
Whenever
with
mine
Jesse.
win,
Yeah.
Opinions may vary.
it's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be a great day when you get picked.
All right, so off it goes, everybody. Whoa! What is that playing through? Can someone talk again? There we go.
Bookmark page.
Holy
The
hell,
Russian
what was that?
Bookmark Russian rankings. I got him.
Yes.
Suck the link.
Moving forward, using all my breath. Making love
I'm losing
to
my fucking
you
mind.
was never second best. I saw the world crashing all around your face. Never really knowing it was always mesh and lace. I'll stop the world and melt with you. You've seen the difference and it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melt with you. You should know that. Dream of
You
better
are
lives, the kind which never hate. You should see why. Trapped in a state of
I'm just saying that song is tighter
imaginary
than
race. I made a pilgrimage to save this human's race. Never comprehending the race had long gone
That's what we're doing on Monday. We're peeling Lando sap.
I'll stop the world and melt with
Stay the fuck away from my side.
Not if he still has that rash.
You've seen the difference and it's getting better all the time.